Okay, this is Moshe coming to you from Israel on the Galilee. Um, More hostages are coming out in the next hour or two, another 10 plus several Thai foreign workers. The head of the CIA and the Mossad and somebody else from America went to Qatar to meet with the real heads of Hamas. Instead of hijacking them and kidnapping them and killing them, they're negotiating with them, of course, because they all have a common interest, getting rid of Israel and keeping Satan in power. So we don't know for sure, but it looks like the way this is developing is as follows, and it's what I was predicting weeks ago. I didn't predict it once, I predicted it like 6 or 8 times, They're running out of hostages, so they say. They say they can come up with another 20 hostages after today, so that's it. They said they can't locate the other hostages. Now, there's a few theories. Number one, they might have them stashed and they're lying, so they can present them later on if they need them to get out of something. They could say, oh, we found another 50 hostages, right? Another theory is they got killed. And the hostages could even be in Egypt, hidden someplace. You think Egypt doesn't work with Hamas? Are you kidding? Okay. So it looks like what they're going to try to shove down our throats, which I'm sure Netanyahu's going to go for it. He was in on this with Biden from day one. And remember, Biden didn't want to see Netanyahu, didn't want to see him. Then all of a sudden he invites Netanyahu. Netanyahu goes over there, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, this October 7th happens. Gee, what a coincidence. So they're talking that the war will be over, we'll pull out of Gaza. This is the rumors, that we pull out of Gaza and we give them thousands of Palestinian prisoners. So in other words, we have thousands of prisoners in jail that have tried to kill Jews in the West Bank. And we release them so they could go home in the West Bank, gear up again and start killing more Jews. Now, this is Biden in action. Biden made a public apology for doubting the word of Hamas today. Come on, it's a joke, okay? If you think this is serious, I mean, it's serious, but it's a joke. It's a comedy. Come on. So what's going to happen? I don't know if Netanyahu could sell this to the public. I don't know what'll happen. The Israelis are still have their ears stopped and their eyes blind. They don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't know. If the war stops, it's a temporary stop. And Hamas will undoubtedly gear up again, perhaps in as little as 2 weeks. And I think Biden is very, very scared, and he's not going to attack Iran, and he's going to try moving the Navy ships out of here and getting the planes out of here, and just hope, my opinion is, he'll hope that, Hezbollah and Hamas eradicate Israel. That's what the unclean spirits want. You're going to tell me Biden is serving Jehovah? You're going to tell me that? Are you kidding? That's where it is. I don't know if this is really going to happen. I don't think Israel's idiotic enough to release thousands of prisoners. There's 6,000. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think Biden will ask them to do that either. But I don't know what's going. Like I told you, Biden is following the Henry Kissinger plan, and that Israel should not win and Hamas should not win. Gaza has been devastated. Many Hamas have been killed. Many Palestinians have been killed. Many Israelis have been killed. Let's just shut it down, and nobody won. So we don't encourage Hamas and we don't encourage Israel. That's what I think Biden wants. It's very important that Biden show the world that Israel is not rising up to the head of the nations and being victorious and stuff like that. However, this is the year of recompenses. And Biden is playing dirty games. And watch what happens. He's not long till you'll see the judgment from Jehovah on this character and his whole government and his whole country. And the believers will be out of there, along with the Jews. It's not going to be long. The Lord waits for their iniquity to go to the fullest. And when it goes to the fullest, then he drops the boom on them. It's probably not at the fullest yet. Now, he may not leave. He may still try to go after Iran, but is leaving loose ends. If he goes after Iran, Iran's going to psych up Hamas to keep attacking. And he's not interested in that. Because then Jehovah could step in. He's afraid Jehovah's going to step in. So he wants Israel running to him for help. It's like going to Egypt to help instead of going to Jehovah. Okay? So he doesn't like that idea. So I don't think he's too high on that. He's full of fear and confusion because of all these things dropping on him. China and North Korea in the Pacific, Russia and Europe, Iran, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and Hamas in the Middle East. And, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. So they're probably trying to work out a comprehensive deal where Hezbollah calms down and the Houthis calm down and Hamas wins. Now, Hamas will interpret this as a win, which it's not. All you got to do is look at Gaza and look at their death count, like 14,000 dead and 30 or 40,000 wounded. I mean, it's ridiculous. People are saying the Gazans don't really understand that they got nothing to go home to. And I don't know what they're going to do about that, but I promise you, the nations of the world will do everything. They'll reach deep into their pockets to make Hamas and the Palestinians in Gaza flourish and stay there. And kind of in a little, not really thrive, but get along. We have food and water in schools and clothing and stuff like that, heat, electric, phones. That's what they're going to do. They want them to stay there. They want people worshiping other gods in Israel. That's what Satan wants. But we know how it's going to end. So the yoke will soon be coming off our neck. Just keep praying that God launches the two witnesses openly pretty soon, and they'll take care of it. Don't worry. That's what's going on. So, yeah, the hostages will be coming out today, about 10 of them, I think, and a handful of Thai workers. And they tried to break the truce treaty, Hamas did. They detonated 3 or 4 explosive devices near soldiers in Gaza to try to get the fight going up again. And there was some shooting, but the fight didn't really go anywhere. But they tried. Biden says, I want to apologize for doubting the word of Hamas. Come on, guys. This is a joke, It's a joke, It's a joke. Someone should ask Biden, can you change the name of Israel if you could change the name of Israel to Auschwitz, would you do it? He'd probably say yes. Okay? This is what we're dealing with, but these are the times. And recompenses mean they don't get away with anything anymore. They get it back on their heads. Just watch Jehovah work. Don't pay that much attention to what Biden is doing and Netanyahu's doing and Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis in Iran. Watch what Jehovah's doing. Okay? Watch. I don't think America's going to just pull out of the Middle East, because if he takes the ships away, Iran's not going to stop. They're going to eradicate the bases. It's not, that stuff's not going to go over. If Biden is stupid enough, which he very likely is, to think that if he shuts down the Hamas war, Iran's going to just leave him dominate the Middle East, he's got bigger rocks in his head than I thought he did. Maybe for 2 weeks they will, but no. This is something Obama would do, isn't it? And remember, Biden was Obama's vice president for 8 years, you know. So, there you have it. Don't worry, it's never going to go the way America and Hamas want it to go. Never, ever, ever, ever is going to go that way. You're in the year of recompenses, they're going to get their payback. But it's going to come out of left field. They're not going to see it coming. But you watch what happens. Don't worry. Okay, that's it. I send my shalom to all those who love Yeshua HaMashiach, and I'm out.